Alright, I show you how to make a nice fast stewed pork, spare ribs tips, and of course it's regular spare ribs that I bought, and of course cut it up into pieces. But first I'm going to show you the ingredients. 1 onion I sliced up, 4 cloves of garlic, 1 celery, and a piece of green pepper. That's all it takes. Then I cut up all the ingredients. After cutting them up, this is what I left with. I cut up the celery, the green pepper, the onion, the garlic, put it in a bowl, and I put it aside. Well, this is regular spare ribs tips, spare ribs that I bought, and I cut it up into pieces because I'm making a stewed spare ribs tips. Now I'm going to just wash it up nice with some lemon, some lime juice, some salt, some vinegar. Wash it 2-3 times and make sure it's nice and clean, then I show you. Okay, the washing process, as I pour some vinegar inside. I like to do nice washing whenever you cook, be clean, of course. That's the vinegar. I let it soak a little bit with that vinegar. Now it's time for the salt. A good amount of salt. Next I squeeze in a half a lime juice to give it that cleanliness, because I'm washing meat here, you know. I want it to be nice, just meat, you know what I mean? Okay. Then I will kind of try to turn this up. I'll use my bare hand to mix this up nice, so that it will soak a little bit, and I will have a nice clean process of meat. Okay, my meat is all nice and clean in the same pot that I will be cooking in. Actually, it's like a wok. I'll be making everything. So before I put it on the fire now, I will add some ingredients. First I will add some thyme. Fresh thyme, dried thyme is okay. Then I will add some garlic. I love to cook with a lot of garlic. Here. Garlic powder. So I'm going to put garlic powder. Then I put some black pepper inside. Ground black pepper. And just to give it that flavor there. Okay, I'll put a good much because I love black pepper in this stew. It's you know, delicious with black pepper, give it that wonderful taste. And of course I will put some seasoning salt. I don't want to put regular salt right now, just some seasoning salt, because I'm doing the steaming process with this meat now. Yeah, I put this good much just to give it that enhance the flavor as I steam the meat. Now I got my stove set at medium high, and now I put the meat to kind of a stir fry right here on top of the fire. And of course I will check it after a couple of minutes. As it's kind of a steam down, I will add my ingredients inside. See, it's kind of a steaming down with all the liquid coming off of it. That's what I'm looking for, and I will let it dry down, fry down with that liquid dissolving by itself. So I will end up with a dry steamed meat. You will want to turn it. I'm going to turn it up a little bit so I could blend all the flavor inside as it's stir frying right now. Keep in mind, it's pork, so pork ribs, which doesn't carry much fat, and whatever little liquid and oily flavors in there, I want it to fry down with its own fat, the oil. If needed, I shall add a little bit more oil because to fry the vegetables as I put it inside. Now at this point I want to add some ginger. and grind ginger inside to give it just a little bit of flavor. Actually, yes, so now it will enhance this flavor. Now I'll keep turning it up a little bit so I could get all the flavors together. I wanted to kind of stir fry it first with all the ingredients until I put the vegetables inside. I cover it for about 5 minutes, and after 5 minutes we check it and see. There's now a little remedy, bourbon, a little bourbon alcohol inside of this stew, and I will let it caramelize itself and burn out the alcohol so the caramelization could settle down in the meat itself. One that don't use alcohol, you could make this dish without the bourbon, and anyhow it's only about 5% alcohol. When it burns out, it gives that caramelized flavor of a nice, wonderful taste. I have checked it and turned it up. Now you can see the caramelization of this wonderful rib tips. Now in comes the vegetables. Now keep in mind, I did not add any oil as yet because it's cooking down with its own oil. The little fat that it had will burn out and dissolve into a little bit of fatty oil, but that I want it to dissolve by itself and fry down as possible as it will do. Just turn up the vegetables. Oh man, this is a wonderful dish, fast and easy, you know. Remember, you're not the one cooking, it's the fire doing the cooking. You're just preparing actually. Oh, I wish you had smell of screen right now. You could have smelled the flavor coming out of this. With that little bourbon there, the little alcohol, 5%, the burn off, caramelized with the vegetables, the ingredients, and of course, the rib tips. Now, I will let this stir fry by itself a little bit, bring out the flavor from all the vegetables, and then I will add a little bit of oil, just a little bit, because right now I can see that the fat from that meat has burnt out. It is time to add a little bit of salt, and of course I put a little bit more black pepper there to give it that flavor. I love black pepper, you know, it's spicy, it's spiced up without actual pepper, you know. Now remember, I told you I will add a little bit of oil, just a little bit of oil to do a little frying process, maybe a teaspoon. That's it. 2 drops. It's amazing how I appreciate people that tell me, Jimbo Simon, you always cook healthy. You cook healthy dishes. That's right. I just put 2 drops of oil to kind of stir fry the vegetables a little more into that meat to give it that flavor. Yeah, well, I thank you. Of course, when you make dishes, you got to make it